How are we doing, Fran? Hope you are good. So I've had a brief little look over these already and very happy. Very, very happy. So let's talk through particularly this single to get you going. Yeah, really good. Right, I'm pretty much going to go out there and say pretty much flawless start to finish. Great bracing in that top position. Initiating the movement with the hips first, finding depth at a reasonable level, okay, and not going way past that, letting the pelvis tuck under you, okay, and switching the main muscle groups back here off. But the best part about this is how your chest and shoulders rise together. So, okay, you've just hit the hole there. Come out a little further, and again, this line is looking pretty similar all the way up, okay? Again, you've kicked out even further, and all I'm doing here, okay, is again, those lines are perfect, okay? There's no point in any of this where that line starts to tip over, okay, and the chest and shoulders start to fall forward. So this is, yeah, really, really good. And you commented on that one saying you weren't feeling all too good, you weren't exactly feeling fresh, but that's got to be one of the best squats I've seen you do. Definitely. Maybe a little under for a 9, but if the reps keep coming out looking that good, okay, kind of like what I said last week, is I'd rather you keep churning out rep on rep on rep like that, potentially a little under, and they look that good, than, you know, forcing the matter. Oh, excuse me, forcing the matter, and we end up with crappier looking reps. But again, on this set as well, you're controlling the weight. Okay, it's maybe a little lighter than what you'd like, and you can see on this one, I can see a little better. There is a little bit of knee movement kind of going on, but you control it at the right point. Okay, you don't bottom out. Okay, in the hole. Okay, there's no lack of tension. There's no tucking under. Yeah, so on that last one, just getting tipped forward a tiny bit. Okay, so you can see the speed of the rep increases just a little bit on that one, but all in all, really, really good. Again, really good. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you are working hard to not sit down too far. You are really working hard, and it's very difficult to do it, Fran. Okay, it is very difficult. Okay, particularly when you're someone who has the ankle mobility that you do, and can get away with bottoming out a squat, okay, and hoping for a rebound out of it. Now, if you were 10 stone heavier, that is exactly what I'd be recommending for you to do, okay? I'd want you to essentially bottom out, okay, use your body weight, sit on yourself, and kind of just coil the spring, basically, you know what I mean? Like the mechanics of it start to go a little out the window when you're talking the bigger the person. Everything starts to change a little bit, but we really don't have that with you. We really don't have a huge amount to play with. So let's have a look at this comp bench. While that's loading, weeks 3 and 4 gonna take a fair step up, I think. Mainly, it's still going to be some build-up sets into. We'll just pause that. Still going to be some build-up sets into some, some top-end work at that volume. Like multiple sets around that 8 kind of ballpark. So there'll be, and we'll start introducing quite regularly now these singles at 8. Use those as a guide for the day, and use those as a chance to really kind of hone in on those technical pointers. Okay, so every RPE 8 single, okay, squat, bench, deadlift should look like that squat that you've just done. Again, because it was technically sublime, even if the actual weight of it, okay, might be a little skewed either way. Perfect. That's what you want. Okay, that sets you up for the day. It gives you practice under those good skill acquisition, and then the weight's got to come down. Okay, quite significantly, really. Okay, because you're still going to be in those 5s kind of ballpark. This is a primarily strength-based program, whereas before, we've really tried to mix the higher volume stuff in there, and then the strength work is kind of layered on top. Whereas this is the opposite. The strength work is really making up the bulk of things, and then you've got like your accessory movements, like your sets of 10 and stuff like that at the end, which are purely optional. Okay, so I've highlighted that in your program, that they are just that. Try and get them in. They can only help, but I really want to tackle this lower end. Really good. Really, really good. Flat neck. Okay, shoulders depressed the whole time, glutes switched on. Now your ass would have flown off the bench. Not even too long ago, your ass would have shot up on the bench, even at that weight. This, I would say, is probably one of the better weeks I've seen you do. This is really good. Yeah, and yeah, I'm very happy. Is from the programming side of things, just to taking the next logical step up. Tiny increase in volume. Intensity will be staying the same. Okay, intensity will not be going anywhere for a couple of weeks. But absolutely rock solid bench and squat. Rock solid. If you've got any more footage, okay, I'm happy to do another one of these, okay, because this has been really, really good. Okay, so when the footage comes back like this, and those technical cues have been worked on all day, it's absolutely, like, I'm happy to make the increases, okay, and make the program exciting. You know, people want to see those singles at 8 and stuff like that on there. And when the footage comes back like this, I've got absolutely no reason not to. I will quickly just, let's bring you over. Quickly gloss over. So very, very similar sort of format. Very, very similar. This basically, as the session goes on and on, it looks like there's a hell of a lot of work in here, just because of like the amount of exercise slots that are filled in. But it's really not a huge amount more than you've already done. It's an extra set or two, okay, just to kind of see where we're at with that volume tolerance. And then right down the bottom here, okay, so your 10s down here on these kind of things, okay, they were making up the bulk of the last rotation. Okay, so now they are making up, you know, just sort of like the icing on top. If you can get them in, particularly the adductor work down the bottom here on day 4, awesome. But other than that, I want to kind of leave it as it is. The session RPEs weren't coming back crazy, so we can ride with this, okay, for a little bit longer. Feedback, as always, the more the better, but really, really happy with how that week's gone. That's a super, super solid week. Now it's taking it on to next week, build on it, watch those videos back, okay, watch what you were doing, okay, and it's one of those, like, you know, like you said, you've had to consciously kind of fight hard for that squat positioning, okay. The more you do it, the easier that's going to get, okay. You are going to have to fight for it initially, but very, very happy with how that's gone, Fran. Awesome week.